Chat, listen. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy for a second here. How the f is Germany and the Netherlands out of the World Cup on the first round? That is the most mentally ill thing I've ever said out loud in my life. Germany and the Netherlands are gone. They lost to Morocco and Paraguay. What? Is Morocco and Paraguay like crazy good or what? Morocco is insanely good? Okay. What about Paraguay? Are they good as well? No. Now, Europe's kind of washed, by the way. Not gonna lie, Europe's kind of washed. South America and Africa just clears Europe in football. Europe is washed. It's just the way it is. South America versus Europe. Paraguay beat Turkey. Argentina beat Austria. Brazil beat Scotland. Ecuador beat Germany. Spain beat Uruguay. Portugal and Colombia drew. And Paraguay beat Germany. So we're just cooked or what? So wait, which European team is good? France? And then what? Like, EU is falling off. Italy already fell off. Germany and Netherlands just fell off. Spain is like close to falling off, but they haven't yet. England is like the best team by far in Europe next to France, so they're fine. Portugal's kind of falling off, but yet to be decided. England's pretty good. You're 3 hours early? Yeah, I'm here to just jack off for 3 hours, basically. England's pretty good. Cheer for USA. Who's USA playing in the first round? Chat, who's USA playing in the first round? Bosnia-Herzegovina? USA is out in the first round, by the way. They're out. They're out in the first round. Listen, I don't want to be that guy. Even if they don't beat Bosnia and Herzegovina, they will lose to Belgium or Senegal. 100%. 100%. USA won't get far. No, sir. Chat, we gotta talk about something real quick. We gotta talk about something real quick, okay? It's important. I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's breaking the fourth wall. But it was Giga Aura. I don't know if this is a tech talk trend or some shit these days. I don't know if this is some kind of tech talk trend that they made him do this. But they made him do this, and it's Aura.
This is a message for all the gamers. I'm Faker. I'm gonna steal your job by being the greatest of all time.
See, I don't know how I feel about it. Don't get me wrong. It's Faker and it's Aura. But it was... is it like a trend or some shit? Is it a trend? We can watch one more time.
This is a message for all the gamers.
Yo, his pronunciation in English is really good. His pronunciation is fucking fire, by the way.
This is a message for all the gamers. I'm Faker. I'm gonna steal your job by being the greatest of all time.
He's got like an American twang to his way he talks. Well, to be honest, if you look at the numbers, the social media team cooked super hard. The trend definitely is set. I don't know if I'm just like, I think maybe I'm just a little bit, I think I'm a little bit out of touch with trends, but I think it got 300,000 likes on Instagram and it's like 3 to 4 million views right now. So the content itself fucking banged. Obviously it's Faker and it's pure Aura. I saw the news. Charvel. So DK had a jungler called Charvel. Maybe you'll remember. He actually got bought out by DN Super. So Piosic's probably out. It might be 07 Piosic. I don't know where it is. It's probably... Oh my god. Do we even need to talk about this? Mamma mia. Ma. Okay. Actually, there needs to be a conversation here. Bro, what is it with Europe recently? What's happened? I feel like it needs a longer discussion. How many Koreans are in Europe right now? Okay, how many Koreans are in Europe? I don't know. I don't want to be that guy to say it, but people will. The thing is, European teams will just sign Koreans because fundamentally they'll just be better. So their regular seasons will be better performances, but they'll never like fully win much IMO with 2 Koreans in every roster, because historically, Europe's never really won on the international stage with Koreans, like 2 Koreans, for example. Because essentially what you're doing is you're signing tier 2 Korean players to play in Europe, to win domestically, to play against tier 1 Korean players internationally. So, like, And it makes sense, right? You can't just import BDD. He costs way too much money. But like I think the best example of like a tier 1 Korean import is Kana. Like that's expensive, but that's a really solid. I can see that. You know what I mean? I get it. But in EU right now, I feel like every team is just like looking around the market. We could get a European player. Korean. And that trend has happened a lot in the last like 4 years. It's become like a very big trend. And it's mainly because Korean players are cheaper and better. And I get that. What's the point in spending more on a European player who's probably worse? I mean, the point would be to grow them into better players than the Korean players. You know what I mean? But it's the same in NA. It's the same in Europe. Cheaper and probably just better. You just put them in a lane, let them play the lane, and they'll probably play well. Let's have a look. I don't know how many Koreans are in the LEC total, but like... FNATIC now has 2 Koreans, I believe, don't they? Yeah, Lospa and Soboro. Giant X now has Jun, and I don't know what they're doing with top lane. Didn't Lot get benched for something? KC has 2, Koi has 0. But they have Jojo, who's imported from NA. Navi has 2. Shifters has 2 Koreans. SK Gaming's full European. Heretics has Korean bot lane. Vitality now has Korean mid, I think. The rumor is they're getting Fiesta. So we're back to like the old days of just having Koreans come in. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I understand both sides of the argument. I get fans want people to just keep European players in the teams and grow the European players into strong players, compete internationally. But I also see that teams are struggling financially. It's cheaper to just import a Korean, and it's easier to get better performance. But that trend is going to continue, and NA is in that trend very heavily right now. I haven't really researched European domestic players. I didn't watch much EU Masters in spring. So, yeah. It's... I don't know. I just don't see how... I think KC is a small exception because they definitely have tier 1 players. But I saw a lot of LPL fan analysts' sentiment about Soboro, for example. And apparently he's not even that good. But I think in Europe he'll probably be fine. He'll be fine in Europe. And if you want my honest opinion, he's probably better than MP Ross. Yeah, I don't see too much of an issue. He's probably better than MP Ross. But I think there's 2 arguments. One, is there no European players that can be better or can be better in the future that you can teach and grow? I mean, FNATIC doesn't even have a coaching staff at this point. All they have is an AI coach that tells Grabs what to do, apparently. And 2, is there not better research you can do on players? Like, it says they were considering Guardian from T1. Okay. Who is they? I hope it's coaching staff involved and they were watching a lot of games of the players to decide who to get. Oi, 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 what a game. What a game. Wow, there's not much news about the fact that... is it on the second page of Reddit or what? Was there even a post about it on Reddit? That Charvel is going to DNS? I think that's a pretty big signing. Oh, here it is. This is a big signing for DNS. They're going to get rid of Piosik. He was insane in Challengers, people were saying. I haven't watched Challengers, but this guy's pretty hype. And they tried him in DK, but it didn't work very well. Now kick SpongeBob out of Noodle. What? Alright, is this cat stupid or not? Yeah, this cat needs to be yeeted. Eat the fucker now. Alright.
안녕하세요. 요기 도가입니다. Okay, so this video is specifically for Drew Levin.
Oh god, what is it?
So he had this big thing, Ryan has this big thing about we're going to stop smurfing, everyone's going to not account share, play on their main, again, stop smurfing. And then I watch MSI and T1 is just smurfing. They're smurfing in low, and they're just 3-0ing every team, and they're just making fun of them. So the double standard is pretty crazy. That's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. I got media day today, so they're gonna ask me, oh my god, are you excited to be here? and just a bunch of really important questions that have never been asked before. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that
That's how
because
many videos.
the fans are also looking forward to wondering if I'm excited. So let's give them what they want. Dokes out.
Okay. 4 hours before what could only be NA vs EU's best of 5 of the tournament, here's how Team Liquid and Karmine Corp stack up. Lost duration versus T1, 2 minutes longer. Win duration versus DZG, 10 seconds faster. Top 80 carry in the world self-proclaimed. Yes. Lord Morgan on your team? No. Worlds winner on your team? No. Recent head-to-head at first hand? 0-2. MSI finalist 2019, first hand finalist 2025. Best international result. This restaurant is streaming The Rat for the World Cup. What the fuck? What kind of restaurant is that? Wait, San Leonardo, California. Wait, I thought this would be in like SEA. Why do they have The Rat on their screen? What the fuck? Caedrel's warning to KC fans. Because once upon a time, there was an LPL player who didn't shake Faker's hand after they beat him in the best of 5. And from that disrespect point onwards, the rest is history. It's true. If you know, you know. Look at that win record, by the way. 3-0 versus Royal, 3-1 versus RNG, 3-2 versus RNG, 3-0 versus RNG, 3-1 JDG, 3-0 LNG, 3-1 JDG, 3-0 Weibo, 3-0 Top, 3-0, 3-2 BLG, 3-1 IG, 3-2 AL, 3-0 TES. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's 13-0 in best of 5s versus the LPL at Worlds. That's balanced. Fun fact, because T1's doing so well in play-ins, the rating of the region has gone up, making Gen G the #1 team in the world in the global power rankings. Wow. Okay, well, those need an update ASAP. How is T1 winning play-ins made Gen G better than BLG? For beating Karmine Corp and Team Liquid. Went back to watch this gem and this comment made me sad. This is like looking at your wedding videos after your wife passed away. Streamers react to LR versus G2. The day we beat G2, Lost for Tones versus G2. Damn. That was some good times. It's crazy that was only like 3 months ago. Well, 4 months ago, I guess. But that was this year. We played in the LEC this year. Why are we gonna kill the vibes like that? KC versus T1. Sun. Fell for it again. Fell for it again. Fell for it again. Fell for it again. Sun. KC versus T1. Also TL versus T1. Match script revealed. Okay. Okay. How common are 3-0s in internationals? Has it always been common? I mean, they're not uncommon. Last MSI play-ins was way closer. Caedrel has been staying at the T1 office for 2.5 years trying to beat Suika. You can't beat Suika. There's no such thing as beating it, right? In my last attempt here, I got 3.5k points, which is a very high rank. Are Koreans actually treating their football team like they committed a crime for not making it to the next round? The LCK fans, first time, huh?
Hey,
Vex, oh, I like the Vex. I want to make a complication of when Caedrel predicted a champ would take over the game, but didn't end up flopping. Here's one from 2 years ago when LLA got its first win at an international. I like Vex, it's also pretty good. Who won draft? I think Vex is... Okay, so to dig up a draft that I said was winning, you had to go 2 years back. It's insane versus and the draft lost 4 dashes. It's true though, the Vex is pretty good there. Why is Vex good? Vex is a champ that's really good against dash champs because she has an AoE field. Okay. Okay, that game was disgusting by Quid though. It was disgusting. It was vile. It was vile. Wait, I forgot 100 Thieves lost to Rainbow 7. Haha! Lol. That's kind of funny. I think that's the funnier part. Not the fact that the Vex didn't work. It's the fact that NA lost to LLA in a best of 3. MSI play-ins be like... Yeah, you know... I definitely think the play-ins formats for Worlds last year and MSI this year, it feels kind of strange. Like, putting an LCK team in the play-ins and being like, aha, only one team will get out. It's like, oh no. I wonder how that's going to go. And maybe this ages badly. Maybe KC or TL go and take down T1 in the next best of 5 tomorrow. Maybe. But I definitely think on paper it's a bit like leaving the lion in the cage, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of all waiting for it to be over, and then we can begin the event. Always with me, T1 fighting. Yo, W Fire Fighter. Okay. Yo, do you drive with that thing on the back? How does it stay on? That's crazy. Caedrel's Renata casting. What? This is something I noticed for a while. I find it interesting. When Caedrel casts Renata game, he always says the skills. Handshake, bailout, hostile takeover. Whereas other champs, he just says Q, W, E, ult. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Owner played 3 games, and in all 3 games he played his world skins. Okay, well, he's just fucking... He's skin farming us. I don't know, it's true though. Renata's skill names are just cool. They're cool as fuck. The hostile takeover. Spot the difference. Fuck off. 2026 KeSPA Cup will be from July 20th to August 11th and August 17th to August 18th. So KeSPA Cup is normally in December, but Disney and KeSPA have basically put the cup after EWC ends. So MSI finished on the 12th of July, EWC finished on the 19th or the 20th of July, and then KeSPA Cup starts on the 20th of July. So I don't know how they're going to get back in time, because EWC is in Paris, and it ends on the 20th. So I guess one of the teams like T1 or HLE probably play like a couple days after, but they're going to have to fly back to Korea, and then they're probably going to have to play a couple days later. The schedule this year is rough because Asia Games is also this year and ENC. So you do the KeSPA Cup, and then you do LCK and playoffs, and then after LCK and playoffs you do Asia Games. After Asia Games you have Worlds, and after Worlds you have ENC starting I think it's like the 20th of November, so it's like a week after World Finals. So I don't know. I wonder if some Korean teams are going to make their academy play this or have their subs play it. Because otherwise, if you can go back even further, basically from the start of spring, you wouldn't have more than 2 days off, basically, from scrimming and practice and competition until December. Maybe a week after LCK summer playoffs. LCK summer playoffs are, I think, the first week of September. Asia Games LOL start date. When does Asia Games start? Asia Games starts on the 30th of September until the 2nd of October. So actually there's a couple of weeks of break. Actually, no, I take that back. Hang on a second. LCK playoffs last year ran until the 28th of the 9th. Oh. So if that's the same this year, it goes until the 13th this year. So there's a couple weeks before Asia Games. There's a couple weeks. When does EWC start? EWC starts on the 15th. MSI ends on the 12th. I think all the teams are playing on the 12th for the finals and shit. And then the 13th, 14th are all probably traveling to Paris. And then I think it's a 1-week tournament. But the teams at EWC are actually... I don't know what the f*** can happen in that tournament. Because these are the teams there. DK's there. JDG's there. It's G2, BLG, Humolife, Genji, Team Secret Wales, Lion, Furia, T1, KC, JDG, Anyone's Legends, D+, Movistar Koi, Sentinels, GAM, and LOS. There's 16 teams there. In a massive group stage fistfight. I think I might be wrong. I need to check the schedule, but I think some games run on top of each other, or it's going to be like 12-hour days of just league. I don't know how else they're going to fit it into 6 days of games. 6 days, 16 teams, group stage into single elim knockouts, and a third place match. I think they're either going to have to run multi-streams, or they're going to have to run like 12-hour days of games, or 10-hour games. Which is pretty hype, you know? We're getting a lot of international play over the next 3 weeks. Alright, NA vs EU mega trash talk thread. Let's have a look. EU skill shots will land like a German penalty kick. USA, USA, USA. Okay. Netherlands 2, Lumfao. EU choking when it matters. It was actually an internal match. Most Moroccan team. Okay. Trevor Lawrence would never lose to Clown Corp. Who the f is Trevor Lawrence? American football quarterback. Oh, TL. I get it. I get it. Casey ain't played nobody. Powell. Jan is Kalis' father with a huge sample size of 3 games. Sample size is for Europeans. NA runs on anecdotes. And Kalis runs it on midwave. Okay, the second coming of Sven. Le Sven. Okay. Jan will be on that ass. Better not sleep on him. That's my core belief. And I put 100 quid on that. I have nothing else to say other than Lord Morgan. Okay, bro, Giga Chad. I would trash talk, but I'm German. I won't win any arguments for the next 2 weeks. Havertz is an Arsenal player. The bottle was expected. We even shot penalties like Arsenal, and we lost to Harambol. Okay. If KC wins, they needed the help of an American. It's a guaranteed win for NA. NA men. 3 import team versus 3 import team. Tired of European fans pretending that they have been important more and more and more. It's just really funny because one of the imports is from NA. LEC fans always be talking shit about TL, but KC only has 2 Europeans. Jose is from South America. Technically, that's an American. The LLA has merged with the LCS. He's one of us now. Either way, we win. If KC wins, then I get to laugh at NA fans. If KC lose, I get to laugh at KC fans. Either way, I'm a winner. KC loose? They'll be loose when TL's done with them. How loose are we talking? Thanks for starting the game at fucking 9 AM GMT. Who the fuck needs work, right? Just call in sick, bro. And if you think they won't believe you, just eat some rancid chicken so you get sick and you can stay at home and watch NA vs EU as you vomit and shit out your intestines. Call yourself a fan. You're not even willing to do that. Bro, these trash talk mega trades are legendary. TL proved that they have better Korean top laner. Rah. I can't hear half the comments. May the best team win. Jokes. Better roll these peasants. EU more like free U. What the f*** a kilometer? A kilometer is how close EU penalty shots came. A kilometer is how far overextended Kalista is on mid-waves. I just hope both teams have fun. F*** you, Elmo. I'm an OCE fan. Who do I root for? Team Liquid because it has 2 Australian coaches. We have Spawn, mate. It's an all-in TL. You do? I guess I know who to hate watch. Okay. Okay. 1 NA player will win the series no matter the result. Yon's better than Kalist. Guys, I just got Elementless Lux from an honor chest. That was the only skin I considered buying for RP for in my life. Gotta share it with someone. I'm very happy. Please let NA win EU. We have 2 birthdays this week. Do it or we'll cry. Put in these 2 Western teams. There are 5 Korean players, 2 NA, 2 Europeans, and a South American. No matter who wins today, the West loses. But the East also loses. Homegrown talent. I swear on Caedrel's Lee Sin Q that if NA wins, he goes bold. In reality, we're both competing for the chance to get spanked in a second series in a row. I hate this format. That being said, 3-0 NA. Alright, I think we're ready. Do you have a prediction? Yes, I do. 3-0 KC. Anything less? I'm sad. Anything more? I'm very sad. Oh man, do I even want to open the Reddit? Do I even want to open it? This tier list is aging like a fine egg. Okay, well, it's just because of TL. That's it. That's it, okay? My EU bias showed. My EU bias showed. I accept that. And I will take that on the chin. I'll take that on the chin. I still stand by G2. In hindsight, KC should have been probably like here. Or here. I still think these teams can beat TL though. The evolution of the how I be seeing my pick'ems. Who are the top 10 ADCs in the world? Assuming Kalist is in. Well, I don't think Kalist is in. Kuma, Viper, Pace, Ruler. That's a good start. Onwards would be Jackie Love, Gala, Teddy, Elk, Aiming, Smashy, Diable, Hope, Taeyun. Yeah, I mean, you've got a pretty decent list. I think Berserker can be in there. I think Hansama can be in there. Masu, yeah, not sure. I don't know. I didn't watch LCS. I haven't watched enough LPL, but I don't know about like Light and stuff or whatever. Or Elk or whatever. Reapered on the French broadcast after the TL game. Okay, I don't know what that is. Wait, your cat was right, by the way. Wait, the cat chose TL to win, by the way. Earlier today, and now it chooses T1 to win. The cat's kind of cooking. Should Riot have TL and KC redo the series in case it was a big fluke? I'm a firm believer still that TL sweeping them is a huge fluke and robs KC of the truly accomplishing of what they're capable of. Nuke the fucking region. I'm done supporting this weak-ass region. Nuke them all, disband the teams, forget the name, forget it ever existed. Give G2 a spot in the LCK and any other European team just doesn't deserve complete. It's like I would even be upset about a loss, but it was so humiliating. Kana, who played in DK and T1 with Faker. Yike, who was on G2 2024. Yehu, I don't know anything about this guy, seriously. I don't know if there's a better option for mid. Kalis, who's supposed to be a wonder kid. And Busio, who's an NA spy. I'm done. Goodbye. Cap, Star Lord and Savior. Hope of the West. Humiliating and embarrassing performance. Shame on KC. Horrible. I swear to God, Caedrel should just go co-stream CS2 and at least EU teams are something there. Wow, you really didn't hold back. That's fucking crazy. You did not hold back. Okay, now this just makes me sad. Now this okay, now why is that Okay, that's an unlucky recommendation. That's an unlucky recommendation. But I feel bad for Yike. Oh my god, he's not only there, he's also there. What, is he gonna be in his fucking fridge when he goes at home tonight or what? Jesus. Oh, Yike, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yike. I'm sorry, Yike.